Hello and welcome to our breakdown of Rise and Shine, which is a 2D action game from Super Mega Team and Adult Swim Games, which is really coming on the scene here with a lot of really great games. A lot of really great games with a lot of style. And this is a game that has a lot of style as well. It's also a really tough game. Looks all cartoony and everything, but there's a high level difficulty here. I like it. It's refreshing. So we're getting some setup here. It takes place on Game Earth and kind of makes fun of a lot of famous video game tropes, things that games have been doing for a while, and just kind of flips them on their head. The story was hit or miss for me. Some of it's clever, some of it's not. For me, it was very much the action and, of course, the art style, which I think is absolutely phenomenal. But we'll get a little bit more exposition here. And Rise is our hero, who's the kid in the orange sweatshirt, the hoodie. And the Space Grunts are attacking. Oh my god! Story's told through these little animated cuts, well, not animated, but hand-drawn cutscenes, like comic book style stuff, and I think they look really great. Oh no, the hero that mysteriously looks like Link but with a pistol just got killed. Weird. Yeah, let's go through this. You get Shine. Shine's the gun. Now you're Rise and Shine. And Shine's got all the special powers. Alright. Let's get going. So I'm using a gamepad. I'm on PC, so you can use a gamepad or mouse and keyboard. They both work pretty equally, in my opinion. Mouse may give you a little bit more, let's say, precision with the aiming, but it's definitely something you can dial in with the gamepad pretty easily, especially when you get the laser sight, which I think you get pretty early on, if I remember correctly. Like I said, of course, well, that was stupid of me. Oh, come on. Yeah, like I was saying, the mouse probably provides a little bit more precision, but also the platforming, which there isn't a whole lot of platforming, but the platforming is definitely a lot tougher with the mouse and keyboard. And just look at this game. I just love the look of it. Yeah, there's the laser sight. So now I got a little help with where I'm aiming. But I just love this art style. I think it looks phenomenal. And it looks great through... Oh, there's that guy. Remember this guy? Yeah. Foreshadowing. So you can actually shoot the bullets in the air, which is definitely a big mechanic in the game. I mean, this is all pretty easy stuff, but it does pick up pretty quickly. In fact, we get introduced to some bosses right away. Out of here. You could take some hits. You can see I have a health bar underneath me. Some things take like instant hits, and some just drain a little bit of the health bar. And now we got our first little upgrade here. So this is basically a remote controlled bullet. So we're going to switch to that, and you can only shoot within these radius bubbles here. so you know when you're supposed to use it and when you can't use it. And we'll just guide this over and turn that engine off. And that definitely comes up quite a bit, that puzzles involving that remote controlled bullet. And it's a good mix up of, you know, action with some puzzles mixed in. So it's not just all one note shooting all the way through. Poor dude. Got him. We don't use the oops. Yeah, got it. So that was a treasure chest that had a extra bullet for my clip, which is nice. You don't use the homing bullets too often in firefights, but you can. You eventually get a grenade launcher. Those guys will take one hit in the head if you're able to nail it, and I drop these things. Which I don't know if there's any point to killing them. Sometimes I get them, sometimes I don't. Whoa! What do I do here? Yeah, that's what I thought. So when you shoot these homing things, you can, you know, of course, zoom them around, and then if you hit the trigger again, it'll make it go flying fast. That's gonna kill me. There we go. There are too many puzzles like that in the game, thankfully. Okay, here we go. This is our... Now we have electricity bullets, which do more damage against robots and shields. I pretty much have that on most of the time. There's only a few enemies where instead of killing them, it just like shocks them so they don't actually die. But for the most part, it will kill just about anything like a regular bullet. So here we have a puzzle where this thing's gonna be shooting us and we have to shoot this gate and not die, hopefully. There we go. Yeah, and I really like the mix of intense action and puzzles and things like that. I think they do a really good job. So now we get some more story. Rise is gonna meet up with her mother, his mother rather. There's Dad. Now the old wise man shows up with the big badass robot dude. Now he sends you on a quest to find the king. I'll just go through this real quick. We'll get back to it. I'm not going to show you too much because this game isn't super long. I'd say it probably took me about 4 hours to beat. 2 of those hours, no joke, were on the last level, pretty much. It gets real tough later on in the game. And there's some crazy scenarios that they put you in, but like I said, it's none of it ever felt unfair. It's kind of like something that once you learn the ins and outs of the game, it all just clicks, and it's just a matter of, you know, pulling it off. So yeah, more of these puzzles, which I like. Some of them definitely get frustrating later on. But you can control the speed, so if I feather the analog stick, I could go real slow and almost stop. And there's no time limit or anything like that, so like it won't run out of charge or anything. Oops. Alright, so here's a for instance where you have to use the regular shot. So if I shoot up here with this, it's not going to do anything, but if I switch to the regular bullet, it'll take out those rocks. And then we have some hazards here we have to navigate through. These little guys will start shooting at you if you're not fast enough. Whoa. Nope, screwed that up. Oh. Getting careless here. Gotta focus. Pulling the trigger there too early. That's what the problem is. There it is. So we'll wrap this up. I'll show you this boss up here. And then we'll let you explore it. I think this is great. Oh. Fantastic. I think this is a great game. I highly recommend anybody pick it up. It's, I believe it's going to be $15 on Steam and Xbox One, or maybe a little bit less on Steam. You have to check that out. But yeah, I think it's well worth the price. What it lacks in length, it totally makes up for in challenge and just really, really great gameplay. It also looks great. I think it's one of the better looking games I've seen come out in a while. Oh no, what do I do? Oh, that's right, I run over here and I just shoot this engine. So it actually took me a while to figure out that you could jump on that thing. But yeah, that's the thing, it's like the bosses are all kind of varied. All the encounters are varied, which is great. You do fight some of the same enemies over and over again, but they're always in some sort of different combination that really challenge the gameplay mechanics, and that's just what I took away from it. I never felt like I was doing the same thing over and over again, which, you know, sometimes these games can just keep throwing the same enemies at you over and over again, and it gets kind of boring. Story's a little meh, but I'm going to shut up now and just play this next boss battle here. Hopefully I don't screw it up too bad, just to give you a taste of a maybe more advanced boss battle.
Yikes!